I got this smart meter put in today from Ovo. Now, I've had a big problem with this heater and the amount of energy and money it takes to run. Now, when it was installed in the house, the guys switched this on and put the fuse in there and put that in, so that was also on, and set the timer up to 19 degrees. The boost was off. All that came on was the fan at certain times during the day. Now, they told me that's the optimum settings for this. It should be perfect. Leave it as it is. Don't touch it. You shouldn't have to touch it. Now, this has got 24-hour on it. Now, this one, I'm sure, I've turned this off just now because of what I'm trying to find out. This one, I'm positive, used to have the word timer on it, but this burnt out, so they had to replace it, and this one doesn't have the word timer on it. Now, the off-peak settings, you can see here what I'm going through just now. What I'm going through right now, 227 watts because I'm watching the TV and I've got the light on, and that's it. If I put the timer on, watch what happens. Right, now, seemingly, right, there, 3.5 kilowatts, 75 pence an hour that costs. Right. Now, if I leave that the way that is, in a little while, this will go up to 6.2 kilowatts an hour. In other words, £1, I don't know, £1 something every hour that this is on and energy is being put into this heater. And it's a Dimplex XLE150. Now, as I say, if I leave that on, that'll go up to 6 kilowatts. So, if that's the timer and that's the 24-hour, how does this work then with the off-peak? Which one is which? See, if I switch that off, what they didn't do is, they've not taken the time to actually say, that's what that does, that's what that does. They just gave you a manual which was literally impossible to understand. All I've been told is to keep those two on, the fuse in and that on, and keep it at the settings at 19 degrees with the boost off and just the fan in the settings. But I'm going through crazy amounts of money to keep this going. And it had me wondering there, because that'll go up to 6 kilowatts in a little while. And I think we're on peak. Are we on peak just now? Hold on a minute. No, we're now on off peak just now. Because when it's at peak, it'll go up to 27.2 pence per kilowatt. So if we're on off peak just now, surely this should be storing electric, right? Which it is. But when it's going up to 6 kilowatts, what's happening here? What is it that's... I just can't comprehend how this is working. The way I was seeing it working earlier on, I was wondering, is it possible, because I'm going through so much money, and this is at times showing over 6 kilowatts, and this is off peak just now, is it possible that these two wires have been put the wrong way around? Or would the heater work at all then? See, because if you take the fuse out, this panel goes blank. There's no power going in it, and nothing will go in it. And it had me wondering, is there any chance that these wires have been put in the wrong way around? Or I'm barking up the wrong tree? See, in order for that to go up to over 6 kilowatts, that would mean this is playing a part. See, my problem is, I don't want it putting all this electric in. Obviously because it's costing too much money. But I just cannot understand for the life of me the way this works. I know when it goes from peak to off peak, that's when it should be storing energy. But there you go, right? 6.5 kilowatts, say. Now there's nothing else on. Now if I turn this off, that will go down to 3.5. What is going on here? I don't understand this. Doesn't make sense. And it was because when I switched that off, it goes down to 3. That had me wondering if these wires are the wrong way around, but surely that shouldn't work like that. Hold on, there's always a little lag. Back up to 6.5 kilowatts nearly. And £1.41 every hour. Ugh. Doesn't make sense. So only since I got this smart meter put in, I could actually see how much power I'm going through it and how much money this is costing. This is absolutely shocking.